one big, ugly eye looking for me.
These ladies do not get the attention they deserve. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 underrated animated female characters.
Look for the hero inside yourself, Krista.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be looking at strong and independent female characters who are excellent role models in non-Disney animated films. As well as Disney, we're excluding characters from anime, so Chihiro from Spirited Away won't make it here.
Mom! My flowers are dying!
I told you not to smother them like that.
Number 10, Annie Hughes, the Iron Giant.
Is my son bothering you, sir?
As far as moms go, you can't get much cooler than Annie Hughes. She's a single mother struggling to make ends meet, all while raising her son Hogarth.
Hogarth!
Mom!
What do you think you're doing? Don't you know better than to wander off at night alone?
If that weren't enough, her son's secret friendship with a giant robot from outer space brings the military right to her door.
And the other night, he couldn't stop talking. 100-foot robots and whatnot.
After she discovers her son's make-believe robot is actually real, her only concern is her son's safety. When Hogarth is knocked unconscious, Annie ignores the rampaging robot and rushes to her son's aid. She even intervenes with the military's plan of attack when her son ends up in the crossfire between robot and army. Now that's a pretty badass move.
Hogarth!
Number 9, Thumbelina. Thumbelina.
I will call you Thumbelina.
Life's pretty rough when you're no bigger than a thumb. When Thumbelina is kidnapped and taken away from her home and her true love, she struggles to find her way back through a big wide world.
Beetle's my name, and Razzmatazz is my game. How do you do? How you feeling? Everything okay?
Her attempts keep being thwarted by lovesick toads, ambitious beetles, and lonely moles who only want her for her voice. After finally breaking away from the obstacles put before her, Thumbelina manages to find her prince and her way home, and even gets her own pair of wings. It just goes to show that you can do impossible things when you follow your heart.
I have wings. My very own wings.
Number 8, Master Tigress, Kung Fu Panda franchise.
Master Tigress! Didn't mean to wake you, just,
You don't belong here.
Trained since she was a cub in the mystical art of Kung Fu, Tigress quickly rose to become the unofficial leader of the Furious Five, an elite group of the toughest warriors who protect the Valley of Peace.
You're a disgrace to Kung Fu, and if you have any respect for who we are and what we do, you will be gone by morning.
Even though she's denied the title of Dragon Warrior, an honor she believes to be hers, she still gives it her all.
Viper, gather the southern farmers. Mantis, the north. Crane, light the way.
When the Valley of Peace is under attack from the evil Tai Lung, Tigress goes out to stop him, regardless if she has to face him alone or with the Furious Five. In the eye of this tiger, it really is all about the thrill of the fight.
Oh, that is it!
Wait! My fault! I accidentally tweaked his facial nerve!
Number 7, Zipporah, the Prince of Egypt.
But I am showing you all the respect you deserve. None!
This girl certainly isn't afraid to stand up to the boys. When Zipporah is captured and offered as a gift for Ramses II, she tries to bite him, prompting him to call her a desert cobra. During a struggle with Moses, she falls into a pool of water, but when the two meet again, she sees an opportunity to get back at the Prince of Egypt, and she lets him fall back into a well.
You.
After giving Moses as good as she got, she helps him integrate into her community and eventually marries him.
I did not see because I did not wish to see.
She remains steadfast by Moses and goes with him back to Egypt in order to free the Jews. Number 6, Chelle, The Road to El Dorado. If we're being real here, Tulio and Miguel would not have lasted one day in El Dorado if it wasn't for Chelle.
Spears.
She's a conniving con artist who wants out. But in order to do that, she first has to help the guys in.
Think you're the only ones who dream of better things? Of adventure? You've got your reasons, and I've got mine.
She's their go-to girl on all the religious and social customs of El Dorado, and she uses that knowledge to help pass them off as gods.
Everything is fine.
She smooths over any cultural misunderstandings that might occur and helps the boys cheat their way into playing the roles of deities.
Hey guys, come on! You don't want to stay here forever, do you?
Number 5. Monkey, also known as Mother, Kubo and the Two Strings.
Pay careful attention to everything you see.
It's a given that most mothers would sacrifice themselves in order to protect their children, but this one does it twice. Kubo's mother tells her son not to stay out after dark, or else her sisters and the Moon King will attack.
You must always stay hidden from the night sky or they will find you and they'll take you away from me. Promise me.
Unable to make it back by sundown one night, Kubo is inevitably attacked by the sisters.
It's so lovely to meet you, Kubo. Face to face.
Suddenly his mother appears to protect her son and sends him away. Believing she's dead, Kubo later finds out that his monkey companion, aptly named Monkey, is actually his mother reincarnate. When Kubo and Monkey encounter the sisters again, Monkey once again sacrifices herself so that Kubo can get away. Number 4. Astrid Hofferson, How to Train Your Dragon franchise.
Welcome to Dragon Training.
No turning back.
Astrid is at the top of her class in dragon training, and with her competitive edge, she doesn't take kindly to losing to pacifist Hiccup.
Oh, I guess it's just you and me, huh?
Nope, just you.
But while she might not like losing, she always does the right thing. So when Hiccup shows that Berk can live in harmony with dragons, Astrid is among the first to join Hiccup's side, and naturally becomes one of the best dragon riders.
You just scared him.
I scared him? Who is him?
She almost instantly becomes Hiccup's right-hand man. Sorry, woman, in changing the Isle of Berk's opinion on dragons. And while Hiccup might be the brains to many operations on Berk, Astrid's unwavering support provide the means to turn Hiccup's schemes into a reality.
You know exactly who you are. You always have.
Number 3. Mrs. Brisby, The Secret of Nim.
I don't suppose you would remember me.
Yes, you're Mrs. Brisby.
Here's another mother who will go to great lengths to protect her children.
Please, sir. I'll do anything to save Timmy. Anything.
It's planting season on the farm where Mrs. Brisby lives, which means her home in the field is destined to be dug up by the plow. But Mrs. Brisby's son Timmy can't go outside because he has pneumonia. Brisby refuses to leave him behind, so she seeks out the help of the rats of Nim.
Mrs. Jonathan Brisby. What an honor this is.
While in the middle of transporting their house, a fight breaks out, which leaves the house sinking in the mud. In a desperate attempt to save her children, Brisby uses the power of the stone, a magical amulet which channels the bravery of the wearer and saves her family. Number 2. Andreea Beaumont, Batman Mask of the Phantasm.
So tell me, with all that money and power, how come you always look like you want to jump off a cliff?
Why should you care?
I don't.
This girl doesn't get mad, she gets even. After mobsters kill her father, she exacts her own brand of revenge. Donning a Grim Reaper vigilante costume, she takes down the mobsters one by one, leaving everyone perplexed about who the killer could be. Andreea rekindles an old romance with Batman, who the police believe is the real killer. She's able to save Batman from the police and simultaneously tricks him to believe that her father is the killer, leading him off her trail. When Batman finally realizes who the killer really is, he begs her to give up her quest. But just like Batman, Andreea is not one to abandon a job before it's done.
So either help me or get out of the way.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Balto, I'd be lost without you.
And I will never stop loving the man who plays from the heart.
That's all I've got to say.
Number 1. Grand Duchess Anastasia, also known as Anya. Anastasia.
For me? Is it a jewelry box?
Once upon a December, Anastasia went from being royalty to an orphan in a matter of minutes. 10 years later, and now known as Anya, she wonders where she came from and who her family is. And these questions spark her journey into her past. She meets Vlad and Dmitri, the latter whom she bosses around like the princess she is.
I don't want to hear about anything that I said or remembered. You just leave me alone!
Along the way, she faces Rasputin, who tried to kill her entire family back in the day and is back to finish the job. In the final showdown, it's Anastasia who takes out Rasputin by crushing his magical relic. After finally facing down her past, she's able to move on towards a new future.
This is for you! Das Vidanya!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.